If you've ever felt like you've kind of hit a wall with AI, you are definitely not alone. So today, we're going to move beyond just writing better prompts and start thinking about how to build intelligent systems, systems that actually learn and grow with you. Let's dive in.
This quote right here just nails it, doesn't it? For so many of us, AI has become this superpowered search bar. We ask it to write an email, summarize a boring article, and yeah, it's useful for sure, but that is just scratching the surface of what's possible. So let me ask you, have you hit that ceiling yet? You know the feeling, right? That moment where the initial magic of AI starts to feel a little, well, repetitive, where you find yourself asking for the same kinds of things over and over, and what felt like a superpower at first now just feels like a slightly faster way to do your chores. To break through that ceiling, we need a really big shift in our thinking. We need to go from just asking for results to actually engineering outcomes. And this isn't about learning some secret new prompt trick, it's about fundamentally changing our approach to build a real system. Okay, so look at it this way. On one side, you have asking for results. That's basically just getting a single output, kind of outsourcing your thinking to the machine. But on the other side, you're engineering outcomes. You're building a whole process. You're not outsourcing your thinking, you're translating your thinking into an agent that can work for you 24/7. And this is the key to unlocking that new mindset. Seriously, forget about the tech for a second and just ask yourself this. If you had this perfect assistant who never slept and was better than you at almost everything, what would you actually train them to do? The answer to that is the blueprint for your first true AI system.
So how do we actually go about building this assistant? Well, we start with a blueprint for its brain. We can call it the 5-layer intelligence stack. Just think of this as the architectural plan for creating your own personalized AI copilot, one that really truly gets you.
All right, let's break this AI brain down. It's got 5 layers. Layer 1 is its core intelligence. That's its personality, its rules. Then you have static memory, which is all the stuff it needs to know permanently, like your company's brand guidelines. Third is DNA matching, where it learns to sound just like you. The 4th layer is real-time interaction, so it can handle new info you throw at it. And finally, my favorite, layer 5, proactive guidance, where it actually starts to think ahead for you. Now, I know that might sound a little complicated, but here is the best part. You absolutely do not need to be a coder to build this. You can create your very own no-code AI copilot with tools that are probably already on your computer. Let me show you how. So here's your toolkit, and it's super simple. You've got the ChatGPT API, which is basically the engine that does the thinking. Then you use something like Zapier or Make. That's the plumbing that connects all the pieces together. Airtable acts as the system's memory, storing all your preferences. And a simple Google form can be the front door for you to talk to it. Okay, so the whole point of using these tools together is to create something called a learning loop. This is so important. We're not building a static, dumb machine. We're building something that gets smarter every time you use it. Let's walk through a super quick example to see exactly what I mean. So, it all starts with a request. Simple enough. You just fill out that Google form we mentioned and ask your system to, say, write a blog post about a new product. That one action kicks the whole thing off. A few moments later, the system gives you a draft of the blog post. It's pretty good, but you would like it to be a bit more casual. So you give it feedback, maybe in another form. I like this, but make it more casual next time. Okay, now this is where the magic really happens. Your automation tool, Zapier, sees that feedback. It automatically takes your note and logs it into your Airtable database. Boom, it just created a new memory for the system. Tone preference, casual. And here is the payoff. The very next time you ask for a blog post, this system is smarter. Before it even starts writing, it checks its memory in Airtable, it sees your note about wanting a casual tone, and automatically tells the AI to write that way from the get-go. You get exactly what you want without ever having to repeat yourself. How cool is that? So, what we've just described here, that's an adaptive system. It's not a one-and-done command. It is a living, breathing workflow that learns from your feedback, gets smarter, and gets more aligned with how you work with every single interaction. It is a genuine, continuous improvement loop.
All right, let's zoom out for a second because this idea is so much bigger than just writing a better blog post. Once you start thinking in systems like this, you realize the future of how we work is modular. It's stackable.
That little adaptive system we just built, it's not a one-trick pony. The best way to think about it is as a reusable mini node. like an intelligent little building block that you can plug into other, bigger processes whenever you need it.
And this is the huge difference. A normal workflow is rigid, right? It's stuck on one track. But an adaptive system, our mini node, is totally different. It's a modular, reusable little thinking partner that is specifically designed to be connected or stacked with other systems.
And this, right here, is the real game changer. You can start stacking these nodes together just like Lego bricks. Imagine one node that creates content, which then hands its work off to another node that schedules it for social media, which then connects to an analytics node, all feeding data back to the beginning. You can build these unbelievably complex and personalized workflows without writing a single line of code.
And that brings us right back to where we started, to that powerful, strategic question. The future here isn't about who can write the cleverest prompt. It's about thinking bigger. It's about asking yourself, if I really had a tireless, brilliant assistant, what amazing systems would I train it to run for me? That's the future you can start building right now.